The truth about what has been happening behind the scenes of Love and Marriage Huntsville has become one of the biggest conversations in the reality TV world. Viewers who have been loyal since the early seasons are now shocked, confused, and disappointed because the show does not feel the same anymore. Many people believe the energy has changed, the storylines have dropped, and the heart of the show is missing. The ratings have also taken a sharp fall, and this has only made fans question whether Martell and Carlos King played a role in the decline. What is going on? How did one of the most talked about reality shows end up fighting for its own survival? There are many layers to this, and the deeper you look, the more you realize that something has been off for a long time. One of the biggest signs of trouble came when the ratings for the new season released and fans noticed a huge drop. The season premiere brought in only 219,000 viewers, with a demo rating of 0.03. For a show that once kept people glued to the screen, this was a major shock. People wondered why so many viewers had pulled away. Even longtime fans said the new episodes felt slow, empty, and disconnected. The cast was present, but the spark that made the show entertaining seemed to be gone. In earlier seasons, you could feel the tension, the excitement, the messy moments, and the real emotions. Now, it looks like everyone is tired, uninterested, or being held back by something behind the scenes. A big part of the conversation has focused on Martell Holt and Carlos King. Many fans believe both of them played a huge role in the downfall of the show. People think Martell's actions and Carlos's production decisions changed the energy of the entire cast. Some viewers say it looks like the show was being controlled in a way that stopped natural drama and real moments from coming out. When you watch the new episodes, you can see that something is off. It feels like some cast members have more restrictions, some are pushed to the side, and others are given too much freedom to do whatever they want without consequences. This kind of imbalance affects the entire show. A lot of fans feel that Melody Shari's story was not given the space it deserved in the recent seasons before she left. She was always one of the strongest cast members, someone who brought energy, honesty, and real drama that kept viewers engaged. But toward the end, it felt like production was holding her back. Scenes felt short, weak, or edited in ways that didn't show her true personality. Fans noticed this and believed it was done on purpose. Many people think that sidelining someone like Melody, who was a major draw for the audience, was a huge mistake and may have caused many viewers to stop watching. On the other hand, Martell continued to be the center of negative storylines. From cheating scandals to fights with cast members to arguments that turned ugly, he became known more for chaos than anything else. While drama can help ratings, the type of chaos Martell brought did not create strong storylines. Instead, it made things feel forced and uncomfortable. Some of his behavior looked more like attention-seeking than natural reality TV moments. Fans were tired of seeing the same patterns over and over again without any growth or a sense of direction. This kind of negativity dragged the show down instead of pushing it forward. Carlos King has also been part of the debate, with people calling him out for how he handled the cast. Many viewers say he was not giving everyone an equal chance to shine. Some cast members were featured too much, while others were not shown enough. Fans felt like the editing was uneven and the storytelling lacked depth. There were also rumors that Carlos was nervous during live interviews when cast members questioned the production or asked uncomfortable questions. This made viewers believe that the show was being controlled too tightly, taking away the authenticity that makes reality TV entertaining. People kept talking about the breaks during the season, the low-energy interviews, and the awkward moments where it seemed like Carlos did not want to address certain topics. When a producer seems unsure or disconnected, the entire show suffers. Fans pick up on the mood behind the scenes even if they cannot see everything. If the leader of the show is not fully confident, it spreads to the cast and the viewers feel it immediately. Now let's talk about the cast dynamic, which is one of the main reasons the show has felt out of balance. Miss Wanda has always been one of the most talked about cast members. She brings wild energy, unfiltered comments, messy moments, and real reactions that pull viewers back every week. When she is being herself, the show becomes alive. But lately it feels like production has been cutting her scenes or not giving her full freedom to express herself. Without a strong personality like Miss Wanda, the show loses a huge amount of entertainment. Nell is another cast member who brings boldness and honesty that viewers enjoy. She's not afraid to speak her mind, call someone out, or react in a real way. She brings tension, humor, and drama, everything a reality show needs. But even she seemed limited this season. Fans noticed that her scenes were shorter, her opinions were quieter, and her confrontations didn't get the same spotlight they used to. Again, viewers wondered if this was done on purpose by production. Kimmi, who used to be a strong force on the show, also felt different. She once brought emotional depth, real conversations, and strong reactions, but now she seems reduced to smaller, slower scenes. Fans used to love her honesty and the way she addressed issues, but lately it feels like she has not been given enough to work with. This made people question whether production was avoiding certain storylines or holding back cast members who could help the show regain its spark. Meanwhile, other cast members, especially the men, seem disconnected. Glenn, for example, is married, but the way his story is shown makes him look confused or inconsistent. Instead of building a strong storyline around his marriage, his scenes feel scattered or irrelevant. The men on the show do not bring the same energy, and many fans say they don't carry their weight. When the male cast is quiet, passive, or simply uninterested, the show loses balance. Reality TV needs drama from all sides, not just the women. Martell, on the other hand, brings a different type of energy, one that feels destructive rather than entertaining. His arguments, jealousy, controlling behavior, and emotional outbursts are not helping the show anymore. Fans say his presence brings tension, but not in a good way. Instead of helping the storyline grow, his actions make the show feel stuck. Many viewers believe that production has protected him too much, allowing him to disturb the flow of the show without facing consequences. This imbalance has made many people believe that something behind the scenes is wrong. Some even think Carlos King and Martell had some type of partnership that influenced how the show was edited. Fans believe certain cast members were protected while others were pushed out or sidelined. When viewers feel like production is unfair, they stop trusting the show. And when trust is gone, ratings drop. Another major issue is the loss of authenticity. Early seasons were full of real arguments, real emotions, and real relationship problems that kept audiences engaged. Now the show feels staged to many viewers. People say the scenes seem cut, trimmed, or pieced together in strange ways. Some moments feel fake or forced, like cast members are reading from a script. Reality TV only works when it feels real, natural, and once it becomes too controlled, it loses its magic. Many fans have said that Love and Marriage Huntsville used to feel like a real community, but now the cast barely seems connected. Storylines feel rushed, relationships do not develop on screen, and conflicts seem to pop up randomly without depth. Episodes feel shorter and important moments are not explored. This makes fans feel disconnected from the show, which is another reason they have stopped watching. Social media reactions also reveal how frustrated viewers are. People online say the show is boring, fake, and losing its spark. Some blame the cast, some blame production, and some blame both. Many comments say that the strongest personalities, Miss Wanda, Nell, and Kimmi, are still delivering, but they cannot carry the entire show alone. Fans want the rest of the cast to bring the same energy, because when only a few people are contributing, the show becomes unbalanced. One of the biggest issues people point out is the loss of Melody Shari. Even though she is no longer part of the show, her absence is felt deeply. She brought depth, emotion, clarity, and storylines that pulled viewers in. Without her, the show feels like it has no main storyline, no center, and no emotional core. Miss Wanda can bring humor, Nell can bring fire, and Kimmi can bring intensity, but they cannot replace the balance that Melody brought to the show. Fans compare the current season to earlier seasons, and the difference is obvious. Back then, the cast was involved, the couples were exciting, and the conflicts felt real. Now it feels like everyone is hesitant, afraid, or bored. Many people believe production needs to stop controlling the narrative and let the cast be themselves. That is what made the show unique in the first place. Another reason the show is struggling is the toxic behavior of some of the men. Fans are tired of seeing men who cannot take responsibility, who blame others, or who create chaos without adding anything meaningful. Whether it's jealousy, insecurity, or controlling behavior, it makes the show heavy and unpleasant. People want drama, yes, but they also want growth and real moments. When everything feels toxic, viewers start leaving. At this point, many fans are questioning whether the show can survive another season if things do not change. But there is still hope. The show still has strong cast members who can keep viewers interested. Miss Wanda, Nell, Kimmi, and a few others are still giving real energy that makes the show worth watching. But production needs to let them be themselves. They need more screen time, more freedom, and more chances to express their personalities. The male cast also needs to step up. Viewers want men who will create real storylines, not just problems. They want to see growth, emotion, honesty, and involvement. If the men continue to act disconnected or defensive, the show will not survive. The solution for Love and Marriage Huntsville is simple but difficult at the same time. Production must let go of control and trust the cast. The strongest personalities must be placed at the front of the show. Storylines must be allowed to develop naturally, and Carlo King needs to address the real issues instead of avoiding uncomfortable conversations. If these changes happen, the show can be saved. If not, the show may continue to fall apart. Fans online are watching every move. They are paying attention to cast interactions, editing choices, and drama. They want authenticity, not scripts. They want real emotions, not staged scenes. Reality TV has changed, and viewers are smarter now. They know when something is fake. If the show wants to remain relevant, it must bring back the realness that made it successful in the first place. If the cast is allowed to be themselves, and if production stops limiting their energy, the show can regain its spark. People like Miss Wanda bring humor, chaos, and truth. Nell brings bravery and honesty. Kimmi brings strength and reaction. These three can help rebuild the show if they are given the spotlight they deserve. The rest of the cast must bring more energy and effort if the show wants to survive. At the end of the day, Love and Marriage Huntsville needs to fix the imbalance, the editing, the storylines, and the production decisions. Fans want their old show back, the one that was messy, real, and exciting. If the show can return to its roots, it has a chance to rise again. But if the same patterns continue, the ratings will keep falling and fans may walk away for good.